Hey, Happy New Year to everybody out there in listening face land neck. What's up? It's a new year. It's a good time. God is good and blessing, and there are a lot of things to be thankful for, a lot of things to be blessed with, and thanking the Lord for your blessing. Hey, Amy and James, how y'all doing? Nice to see you. You know, it this last couple years or whatever has been just something. Hey, my sweetheart is there. Hey, Rachel. I tell you, this last year has been something for some people, and it has been quite the deal. I mean, we've had positive, we've had ups and downs, we've had, hey, Richard, we've had blessings, we've had some people, we've lost some people. We just, right before the new year, we lost Betty White. That's something, that's crazy. When I saw her this summer, when I saw the last pictures of her, I thought, that doesn't look like Betty White. That doesn't look like the healthy Betty White that I saw. And it was kind of one of those things where you knew she was probably going to, it was pretty soon, and she had a long run and good, served her craft very well. A lot of other important people to us that may not have been important on television or whatever, nobody else would have never known them, but their family were lost. And that's a sad thing. And for those of you who have lost for the new year, my heart goes out to you, and we're sorry that you had to have loss and are experiencing that. For those of you who had a tough year and coming into this year it was still tough, I wanna say I want to pray for you. Oh, I know how it is when it comes into the new year and you're dealing with some tough stuff. And so I'm just going to let you know that hold fast. Help is on the way. If you're going through something right now, don't let the problems of the old year carry into the new year. Kind of think of it as a fresh new start and watch for God to do something for you. Everybody who is experiencing joy for the new year, I want you, if you are having if you're being blessed and if you're having a good time, and if New Year was okay and you got a chance to be out either in church or out doing whatever, hang out with your friends, and you got to ring in the new year with your family or close friends, and you didn't have that loss or that hurt or whatever, or even if you did and then ended up ringing in the new year, being blessed, take a moment here today and thank God profusely for it, and then go ahead and be mindful and ask God to be with those who are dealing with some struggle and stuff like that. Okay, let's lift up some prayer for those people. I wanted to come to you today just for a few minutes to let you know about a couple of things, and I wanted to spend some time with you and let you know how much I appreciate you all. And I'm telling you that that when it gets tough sometimes, knowing that you may be working, and you might experience this. You may be working for something that you don't see fruit from right away. But I've learned over the years that God has revealed to me that things sometimes grow underground and things grow out of your sight. All right. Thank you. All it just grow out of your sight, and then all of a sudden it'll break the ground and just take off. One of the things that I know that does that is bamboo. So bamboo, I think they said grows like it'll grow and it'll sprig, and you'll see maybe a foot, right? You might see 12 inches, 10, whatever. You'll see just above the ground. Maybe sometimes only 10 inches, 9, whatever, however much it grows. And it'll grow. It's growing, just growing down and rooting and getting firm. And in the, well, I think it was like 8 years it takes, right? And in the 7th or 8th year, it just grows up. Boom. It just, you get 20 foot, 15 foot, just straight out of the ground. And those shoots come up like they are, and they're green. And that's what happens. Like you'll have it sitting there growing, 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 and maturing, and then it just shoots up out of the ground. Well, sometimes ministry, sometimes life, sometimes things happen like that. And so maybe 2022 is that year for you. Maybe this is the year that God will, all of the growing that you've been doing, you've been a little twig experiencing all the weather of these last few years, these last 8 years, right? 7 years. And you're just dealing with some stuff. And then now this year is the year that you're going to shoot up out of the ground and be a strong bamboo stalk. You know, I say that and I didn't even realize it, but I've been down here in Des Moines for 8 years. And this is, I kind of feel like that bamboo shoot. There's been times when I felt like I was, a foot of, just a sapling. I felt like maybe, oh my gosh, this weather is killing me. The animals are trampling on me. And, sometimes I felt like it was a little rough. And sometimes when you in the forest, in a bamboo forest, even though there's bamboo plants all over, that little shoot, that little shoot of plant probably feels alone, probably feels like it's the only bamboo shoot because it's going through. Of course, it doesn't have feelings. I know. That's my daughter, Harmony. I know. Dad, the bamboo doesn't have feelings like us. I know. That's right. But it's just, I'm just giving an example. I'm just comparing myself to a bamboo. Sometimes you feel like you're alone. Sometimes you feel like you're an island. There were times I felt that way. I felt like I'm the only one going through the trouble. And we all do that. Okay? Sometimes and I'm bearing my soul with you for a second, just a little bit of it. Sometimes I felt like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. And I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to play the games. I don't want to be nice to people. I don't want to do all that stuff. I don't want to do the pastor thing. I don't want to do the regular pastor thing with people where you got to be nice to people and talk nice to people and all that kind of stuff, And it's been like that. And I felt like I was going through a lot of stuff. And now maybe this is the year where it just shoots up, and the bamboo stalk, I get to be strong. I get to be rooted and firm. Maybe that's what it is. That's all right. And maybe you're going through that. Maybe that's something that you need to, that you're going to happen to have this year. And if that's the case, God bless you. So I'm going to be praying for you too. And I ask that you guys pray for me. Some of, there were some, I know there were concerts. I know that there were parties. I know that there was time out, with people that you might have had, and I hope that you had fun, and I hope that those of you who didn't get to have any fun, I hope that you're blessed later on this year. We had a good time. I got to work until I think we left at like 8:45 from the store, and got back home in enough time to come here to the house and be with the family. And it was so nice. It was so nice. I came to the house, and my family was here. We're all here together. My brother Dion's here too. And it was good. I walked in and it was a very comfortable feeling. My Harmony had made a charcuterie board. It was very cool. I kind of felt a little posh, My daughter had a charcuterie board, and I'll probably share pictures and stuff with that later. And then because I tell you what, our communion was off the chain. It was kind of nice. And Rachel and I and the kids just played games. We played a new card game because that's what we like to do. We don't do it a lot, and Rachel is definitely the card player and game player. And Rachel and I would love to play games, but we don't get a chance to do that. And it was kind of fun. It was just good to be with the family and be home and just spend that time together. And Aria and I had gone all the way to Bettendorf and worked at the store and came back. So that was fun too. So I'm just sharing my time with you. But I want you to know that I'm praying for you and I love you guys. Also, let me see what I've got here. Yeah. Okay. So this is one of the things we're working towards. We're working towards worship night. And this is tentative. Okay. The tentative worship night would be this August 28th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Pathways Church on Merle Hay Road in Johnston. Now it's not completely in stone yet, only because there's a couple of other people that I'm waiting. But this is the tentative date. Mark your calendars right now. We'll be telling more about it. We'll be talking more about it later. Okay. We'll be talking more about it actually as it gets closer to the time. And but right now, as far as I'm concerned, this is it. That's the date and the time because the musicians and the lighting and all those people are committed. We just want to get it. This is just for the early people. Let me see what else we've got here. Just a new view. There's my new view. So I just wanted you to see that because I can. Okay. So for those of you the other thing I want you to know, for those of you who follow and come on Sunday morning, we're starting tomorrow with After the Turkey, After the Feast. And we're going to be talking about the 7 feasts in the Bible that announce the coming of the Lord, and then the post his arrival, the 3 post his arrival, and the 4 before his coming, and then we're going to start talking about getting in shape. So tomorrow is going to be After the Turkey, After the Feast, and how we've come and sat at the table already, and how we've and thanks, Amy. And when after we've sat at the table and after we've feasted and after we've gotten our fill, we're going to talk about what happens after that, and then we're going to talk about getting in shape for the next 4 weeks. And the getting in shape is going to be your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your body. Okay. So we're going to talk about those 4, one each week. All right. So I'm looking forward to having you guys come over and check this out. Come join me for the next 5 weeks, all of January. And then we're going to start talking about that. And mark your calendars and try to start making a way for the 3rd week in August. Now, the other thing is we are also planning a workshop night for worship musicians. So all of my worship musician friends and people who might be checking this out, we are going to be having a workshop. The workshop is going to be talking about the things that are important. The difference between Sunday morning worship, which is your regular Sunday morning service, and what that looks and sounds like, and how you get the atmosphere to come in. Then the second one is going to be a worship night, right? The difference between those two, and then the difference between Sunday morning worship night, and a worship concert, and we'll be having clinics for all of our musicians. All right, so you've got guitar, keys, all that kind of stuff, and I just wanted to let you all know that. Yes, it's going to be exciting. And here's what's great. Here's what I love about this. The team is called Not Forsaken, okay? And there are foundational members of that team that that are just that are I have to have be there. One of them, you heard that music that was playing a little bit earlier when I switched to the screen that had the date on it. That was all of that was Dante Ware. Now he's a bassist, drummer, guitarist, keyboard player, and he sings. And Dante is crazy, and I've got to have Dante wherever, if I can get Dante to be there, he's gonna be there. And of course, you guys know Raekwon. Now, Raekwon, when you first met Raekwon, if you ever saw us together, he was always on drums. But Ray now is a music director, a music minister, and and he is down in Texas. So Ray is coming up, and he's going to be playing keys. He plays keys, and he does really well, and I'm proud of him. Now, he's also bringing his wife Kaya, who's going to be singing, and he's also going to be bringing a new friend of mine that I've had for a year, and is Ray's mentor down there in Texas, and it's Texas FuZz. We call him Texas FuZz. His name is Dez. So I'm Iowa Dez, and he's Texas FuZz. And he is a phenomenal guitar player and keyboard player and bassist and singer. So it's gonna be crazy. Now another buddy of mine, Martin, is gonna be here. So Martin's gonna be playing guitar. Oh man, Martin, I know you're gonna be watching this because I'm sending it to you if you're not watching already. If you guys were there for the last worship service, then you'll love it. Yeah, Amy, you're right. She has a beautiful voice. Rachel, you're right. I can't wait either, Rachel. Yes. Thank you. Thanks, James. But that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it because, and Des and I are going to have guitar fun, and then we're going to get Martin in there. He's going to have some guitar fun. And then I've asked my buddy Mike Woods to come and play the drums. And Mike is he's a great drummer. I want Mike Woods to be here and play drums and be a part of this team for this night. And then I don't like to talk about him much because he doesn't like to be talked about much. But my buddy Justin is going to hopefully, if he's not on tour, if he's not going on tour, he's going to be the sound engineer. And I can't tell you everybody he's mixed for and traveled with and on tour with. But Justin's good at his craft. And you gotta love him because he's quiet. I mean, he's a little Justin, but which is not bad. It's good. And he's one of the co-owners of Crossroads Fireworks. So, and it's really funny because he and I are so opposite. We're polar opposites almost, but it's something that it's God puts people together to be friends for I don't know how. I don't know how, but it's going to be great. So if you saw 2019's workshop and or worship night and knew that we were going to do it in 2021, but we couldn't, and now we're doing it in 2022, if you're looking forward to it, please be there. All right, this is all I got for you. I just wanted to take this 20 minutes and tell you that all of the things I told you. I also want you to know, like I always tell you, of course, I'm fantastic, right? But I tell you now, my wife is fantastic. I love her to pieces. My son, my daughters, my brother, fantastic. I also want to tell you that our daughter Tracy, who lives in Wisconsin, and her kids and her husband Jeremy, they're fantastic. I miss them. I love you guys. If you happen to catch a hold of this, Happy New Year. And you guys all who watch this, Amy, Jim, Barb, I think maybe Shannon might be on, whoever, you guys are fantastic. All of you. And together we serve a mighty, awesome, and fantastic God. So have a great day. Be blessed and know that God loves you. All right, that's it. That's all I've got for you. Talk to you later.